Okay, okay, okay. All right. So I had to go out and come back in. That's water. Okay. All right. Welcome to Flourishing Tresses. Over here, I just do my hair. So I put these mini braids. I finished these mini braids in my hair. I know the green screen is gonna like drown it out, so it's gonna look kind of crazy. But I want to make sure I put that up there so we can talk about what we're going to talk about today. All right, so I put these mini braids in my hair about a week ago. I moisturized and sealed my hair when I put them in. So it is a week later, and I am moisturizing and sealing my hair today. So usually when I do my protective styles, when I first freshly do my protective style, I usually just put moisturize and seal my hair when I first get it, and then I'll wait a week to put some moisture into my hair because the moisture that I usually put in my hair usually lasts for a long time. Um, so I am missing some items. Let me get that real quick. I'm missing one item. Oh my God, I'm not. I don't know what I did with it. Hmm. I don't think I used it. Okay. All right. Hi, unknown B4Y. How are you? Thank you for being here. Please make sure that you like the live. So yeah, I'm just doing my hair routine. I'm moisturizing, sealing my hair. So the products that I am using today, I am using Curl's Daughter Black Vanilla More Shine Hydrate and Leave-In Conditioner. So this is this conditioner here. Oh, thank you. How are you, Jared? Thank you for being here. Please make sure that you like the live. Oh, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Unknown. What is this about? I am doing my hair routine, so I'm going to talk about the products that I'm using in my hair routine, and I'm going to talk about a news story that I've seen recently. So yeah, so you can see the title of the live, and you see the picture there. So yeah, we're gonna get into it, but I gotta talk about my hair routine first. Thank you guys for showing the live love. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. All right. So yeah, this is Curl's Daughter. This is my liquid conditioner. This is Mazzoni Hairdress Coconut Souffle. So this is my cream conditioner. And in this jar here, I have peppermint and coconut oil. These are my favorite two oils to use. And then to make sure everything is locked in very good, I have my this is like hair serum. This is Chi Keratin Thermal Active Smoothing Treatment. So this is like a hair serum. And this is my mousse coconut curls decadent creamy mousse. So these are the products that I will be using as I am talking to you guys and doing my hair. Can you say no? What is that? Like, I've been hearing about that, but I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. So yeah, I'm just gonna get started. All right. So let me start off by saying that I seen this video on, where did I see it at? I think I seen it on Instagram. Um, so I clicked on the video very fastly because I live in Baltimore and I recognize the area that the video was being shot in. Um, I recognize that area it's very familiar to me. So I clicked on the video. So when I clicked on the video, I seen this police officer. No, I don't think I seen the police officer actually. In the video, the police officer was in his car, in his patrol car, and he was talking to, I got some gentlemen outside. The guy that was recording the video, he was like narrating everything. So it was, I guess there was a guy recording the video, and then there was another guy. So I guess from what the video was showing is that the police officer maybe approached the other guy, and the guy that was recording, he told the guy like you ain't gotta talk to him. You can go ahead and walk off, yo. Go ahead, walk off. Go ahead, walk off. So the guy starts walking in the video. The guy starts walking, and then you see the police cruiser kind of like following him. So then I guess the guy starts running or whatever. So then you see the police cruiser chasing him in the car. Um, so like it was a very crazy type of scene, whereas though the guy that was recording, he had to run and catch up, to show everybody what was going on. So as the guy was running, the police was running after the guy pretty much like he was trying to hit the guy, like he was trying to hit him with the cruiser. So even on one part of the video, the guy ran like into like an alley or whatever in a backyard or whatever, and the police, he crashed into the yard, into somebody's yard trying to chase this guy. So then you see the guy in like a little field area or whatever. So he's still chasing this guy in the police cruiser. So the guy that was recording was like, this is crazy, this don't make no sense, blah 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 blah. So I'm like, wow, that's really strange. So my thought to that video was like, well, first of all, I wonder why he was trying to chase the guy. Like, I wonder what was going on there. Second of all, it didn't seem right. Like it was like something straight out of a movie for real. Like it wasn't real for real. It didn't seem like it was real. So yeah, I waited a little while, and then a news story came out, and the video went viral. I'm sure it did. It went absolutely viral, because of the nature of the video. So I could think to myself, like, that's just crazy. Like, why would he chase him with the car? And then furthermore, okay, all right, let's just say, because it wasn't no backstory to what happened or why the police was approaching him. And what I know about that area, that is a very high road traffic area. Like, when I say that is a really high road traffic area, like there's a lot of open air road traffic in that area. So there's no telling why the police officer approached him. So like, but my thoughts was like, why are you chasing him with the car? Like, as a police officer, if somebody did something that they wasn't supposed to do, let's just say they did something they wasn't supposed to do, as your job as a police officer is to like chase them on foot. Like, I've never seen a police officer chase somebody that was on foot. Now, if the guy was in a car, if he was on a bike, I guess, or whatever, but I've never seen a police officer chase somebody in their police cruiser and the person was on foot. Like, that was absolutely ridiculous. So the story came out. So I got the police the story or whatever. So we're gonna talk. I'm gonna read this news article, and then we're going to talk some more about this story. So, from the news article, I found out a lot more that I did not know because in the video, you can't really understand what's going on. You just, see the police officer chasing the guy, whatever. And like I said, it looks like a movie scene, actually. Why is he running in the first place? That's a good question. That's a good question. Um, I'm gonna read the news story and then we're gonna talk about like why he was running. But even though he was running, right? Okay, you're not supposed to run from the police. The police approach you, the police ask you, question you. You supposed to, obey the police officer or whatever. Okay, all right. Granted, we know that, but your job as a police officer, this is part of your job. If a suspect or whatever the case may be, is eluding you, then your job is to chase him. Yes, absolutely correct. Ethan Cat. Yes, that is it. And from the news story, that's what we're about to find out in the news story. But even still, as a police officer, your job is to chase him. Like I see this all the time. Like I never seen a police officer chase somebody on foot in their police car. Like that is unnecessary. Um, I'm only here to see you smile. Oh, thank you, Jared. I appreciate that. You should be the biggest YouTuber. Keep up. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that. You should go viral. Thank you. We're gonna speak that into existence. Okay. All right. So isn't it more efficient in a car though? A car is a what is the word I'm looking for? It is a what is the word I'm looking for? Is basically it could be a weapon. It could be a weapon, and that is too much. It's too. It's too much. That's too much. It's no reason why you should be chasing somebody on foot in a car. Like you're a police officer. That's what police officers do. They chase people. That's part of your job. That is part of your job. Like if Okay. All right. Anyway, let me read the story. Good morning. These ethnicity. I can't ever get your name right. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you for being here. I'm not running. Me neither. I'm not going to run either. I'm not running either. I did want to talk about some dealings that I had with the police or whatever, on a personal level and also on a professional level. And I'm going to tell you that every police officer that I have came in contact with, their attitude is not of my liking. So I'm gonna say that. But I'm not going to jail. I'm not going to jail. Like I'm just not. Like I'm not about that jail life. So I'm gonna do what I am supposed to do. Now, there are cases of police officers that misuse their authority. And there's a lot of cases where as though, and it's I'm gonna talk about another one. Probably Tuesday. I'll be live Tuesday. There's another case where the police officer abused their authority. So let's not forget that police officers abuse their authority as well. So yeah, but I am going to cooperate with the police if the police pull me over, if the police question me, ask me for my ID, and I know there's a lot of in the truth community, there's a lot of things that they talk about. Well, you don't have to, give the police your license, or you don't have to. Like it's a lot of all that or whatever. I'm not with none of that. Like I get it. I understand the Morse law and all that good old stuff, but I'm gonna abide by the law because the last thing I want to do is go to jail. So yes, I'm gonna stop, but some people, other people got different mentalities and different things going on. And other people had things happen to them as well. Like, let's not forget that police do misabuse their authority, and some police do be doing things that they're not supposed to be doing. So if something like that happened to me before by the police, yeah, if I see the police and they question me, yeah, I'm going to run. I'm going to run, especially if I know like the police beat me up before, or the police did something that they shouldn't have did to me before and got away with it. And I'm gonna go too deep, but yeah, these police officers and these people with authority, they are something. They are something, and they're very protected. They're very protected. I talked about a story a little while ago, whatever, where as though I was in a car with me and my husband got pulled over by the police, and they had their guns drawn. Okay, hopefully I can say that on YouTube. They had their weapons drawn and everything. And it was a big thing or whatever. And when my husband went to go report them to their, higher ups, it was a whole bunch of runaround, a whole bunch of, you know what I'm saying? So they are very heavily protected. So I will say, like, I'm not, I'm gonna say, like, if I was in this guy's shoes or whatever, I probably would have ran too. I probably would have ran too. But even if I would have ran, I wouldn't have deserved to be chased with a car. Yeah, I would deserve to be chased down by police officers or whatever. And in that situation, call for backup. That's why you got backup. That's why you got backup. Call for you. Where's the backup at? But anyway, we're going. Let me get into this news story because I'm gonna go all off topic. All right. All right. So the story reads: Baltimore police officer seen in rival video indicted on attempted unaliving assault charges. Baltimore City State's Attorney Ivan Bates announced the indictment of a Baltimore police officer after a video of a chase went viral last month. At a news conference, Bates was joined by prosecutors from his police trust and police integrity unit to announce the indictment of Officer Robert Parks. Bates confirms Parks is the officer seen in the video that shows Parks driving erratically and looking like he is trying to hit someone with his police cruiser. Okay. Indictment recounts video that he sent that has since went viral. According to new indictment, the on-duty officer drove to Wiley Liquors and approached a group of people. Okay. Now, let me start right here. I said already, like, I'm very familiar with this area. I've did a live. It's been a while ago, but I talked about the worst apartment I ever lived in, and I talked about how I found out the area that I was living in was a really bad area. This apartment was down the street from Wiley Avenue, because it's Wiley Liquors, the liquor store is right there in the little cut or whatever and everything. So it's right down the street from Wiley. So I know this area very familiarly, and I will tell you, like, a lot of guys do hang out in front of the liquor store, at the gas station. It used to be a BP gas station. It's now something else now. But it used to be a BP gas station. And there's a lot of rug activity in this area. Lot of rug activity. Okay. All right. He stated, it's getting a little hot, guys. I really need you guys to take a lap, Bates said. The group dispersed before Parks drove back up to a man who had an outstanding misdemeanor warrant. The indictment alleges Parks tried to call the person over by name, and the man said no. Okay, now let's stop. So now we know that the guy had a warrant, okay, and the police did call him, and his response was no. Now back to the video, the guy that was recording everything, he kind of instigating things or whatever a lot more than what it really needed to be instigated or whatever. Because he was like, man, you ain't got to stop. You ain't got to talk to him. Keep walking, yo, keep walking. So he kind of really instigated things for real. And like, you got to be careful. I don't know, you got to be careful with people you be around. Because although this guy is saying, yeah, keep walking, and now, even though he probably has a major lawsuit, he could sue the police department and all that or whatever. But eventually, like this warrant in question, he's gonna have to do his time about this warrant for real. And that guy that was in the video was saying, keep walking, yo. Like, he not gonna be there. But anyway, I digress. Let's get back to the news story. So it says, as the person walked away, Officer Parks yelled out again, all right, I'm going to call the dogs and come and get you, Bates said. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Officer, what's his name? Officer Parks. Stop right there. You going to call the dogs to come in? Like, that statement alone made me so mad when I was, because I write these stories out and everything, but so I can be able to read it to you guys. But that statement alone made me so mad. You gonna call the dogs? So now, like, automatically my mind goes back to what, like 1950, 1960 or whatever. You gonna call the dogs? Really? And then looking at this guy, I ain't even gotta say nothing else. Look at him. Look at him. I'm gonna call the dogs. All right. Okay. Let me get back to the story because I'm mm-mm-mm. Okay. Let me get back to the story. The indictment alleges Parks then stated driving at the man with increasing speed. Okay. Officer Parks steered his police vehicle directly at the man and struck him in the grassy area, Bates said. So now you chasing this man with a car and you struck him. And you struck him in a car. In a car. In a car. Okay. A police vehicle at that. The indictment alleges Parks kept driving at the man repeatedly until Parks plowed through a chain link fence and into a backyard. And see right there. See right there. See this stuff like this. So let's just say that backyard he plowed into. I'm a homeowner or whatever and everything, and you plowed into my backyard chasing a guy with your car. With your car. It's the fact that he was driving in the car chasing him for me. That's what gets me. If he was running after him or whatever, they said he had a warrant, and of course they had to go back and find out. Like, I'm not gonna say they made up something or whatever to say he had a warrant or whatever. Okay, whatever. Anyway, let's go. He had a warrant. Like, why you ain't get out the car and chase him? And then, like, in one part of the recent video from the pictures that I took for this video, he was outside the car. He was outside the car and he gets in the car to chase after the guy. If the guy was in a car, okay, I get it. The guy was on foot. He was on foot. All right. All right. Bates community respond. 2 weeks later, Bates shared his initial reaction to seeing it play out. This fool done lost his mind. This is with the what is he? Is he the governor? he's the governor. Right? Yeah, he's the governor, right? Yeah, he's the governor. Yeah, because okay, anyway. He said this fool done lost his mind. He probably wanted to say this fool done lost his MF of mind. That's what he probably wanted to say, but okay, because that's what I thought when I seen the video too. Like, what? All right. It says Ashley Sampson said she was outside with her kids and when they witnessed the disturbing incident and stuff like this. This is why, like, it's really hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's really hard to live in crime infested areas because you want to take your kids outside. Like, you want to take your kids outside because, like, they don't, keeping kids cooped up in the house all the time is not good for them. So you take your kids outside, you're in the backyard, whatever, you trying to enjoy life or whatever, and something like this happens. Like, it's always something. It's always something. All right. So it says it makes me feel better that he's off the street, Jameson said to WBAL TV 11 News. She said, I thought it was crazy. It was really ridiculous how he was running and he was driving like that. He could have unalived the boy. He really could have he could have ran him over, said Nakora Griffin, a Park Heights resident. Parks now faces second-degree attempt unaliving, assault, reckless driving, and misconduct in office charges. The 5-year veteran surrendered to police Wednesday morning. 5 years. So he been on the force for 5 years. See, this is what I get to talk about. People that do stuff like this, they do it because they've been doing it. They do it because they've been doing it. Like, he didn't have a second thought when he got back in that car. He was chasing that guy. He didn't. It wasn't a second thought to him because he'd been doing this and getting away with it. This is not the first time he did this, especially showing how he was just, whipping around them corners and stuff or whatever. This is not the first time he did it. This is the first time that it was recorded. It was the first time it was reported. It was the first time that it got national attention, because that's the other thing. That's the other thing. Even when you try to report these things or whatever, and like I told you, like I said it before, like an incident with my husband, and he tried to contact, the higher ups and everything, and he was just shush away. Like, that's what they do. They just sweep it under the rug. But because this got national attention and the video went viral, now they got to do something about it. So he been doing this. That's what makes me so angry, because it's not his first time doing this. 5-year veteran, they say. So he been with the police force for 5 years doing this type of stuff. These are the people that we got to call when something is wrong. When something, call the police. These are the people we got to call with this type of attitude. All right. Parks was already suspended without pay, and the mayor says Parks will be terminated if convicted in accordance with state law. Parks could face a maximum of 65 years in prison. So I'm very heavily invested in this story. So I will definitely be, keeping up what's going on or whatever. Because I want to know, like, what type of charges he gonna face. I want to know what type of time he gonna, get. Because he was all the way wrong. He was all the way wrong. Yes, the guy had a warrant. Yes, the guy should have just stopped. But you, as a police officer, was one of the charges: abuse of force, abuse of abuse. What is it? Let me see. I just read it. Oh yeah, reckless driving and misconduct in office charges. Like, you don't do that. As a police officer, you cannot do that. Like, I get it is a high crime area, and I get that they are trying to, I guess, get the crime down. And I guess one of the things that they doing, trying to get the crime down, I don't agree with it. But I guess in a sense, I can agree with it or whatever. So I talked about this before, how what is it called? I can't even think of what's the name of it right now. But anyway, basically, I think one of their methods of trying to get the crime down is basically um raising the prices of rent and stuff in the area. So although this is it's a very high crime area, the rents, if you look up the rents in this area or whatever, it is very high. The rents are very high. Now I know rents are very high everywhere, but it is very high, especially being in the area that it's in. So I do believe that part of them trying to control the crime is, I guess, to higher the rent so that way people that are able to afford these rents, they have a different type of mentality or whatever, so they believe that it will drive the crime out. But what they don't understand is there is a lot of people that own their homes as well, and there is a lot of people that it's like a generational thing or whatever. There's a lot of young people that take over their grandma houses and stuff like that. So there's a lot of people that still is going to be in the area. So as much as you try to, I guess, rid the area of the crime, gentrification, that's what it's called, is not going anywhere. Unfortunately, it's not going anywhere, and it's very sad. So I get it in a sense, but in another sense, as a police officer, you need to handle yourself better. Like that was totally uncalled for. Totally. Like I said, if the guy was in a car, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, you got him right. Even if he was on a bike or whatever, I guess. Um, Even if he was on a bike or one of them scooters or whatever, but the guy was running. So like, go chase him. That's part of your job. That's part of your job. But see, I'm not going to say that. But anyway, that's part of your job. You should have got out and you should have chased him on foot. He was on foot. You should have chased him on foot. You should have made sure you called for your backup. Yeah, that's what you should have did. But looking at the police officer, that's why he hopped in his car. That's why he hopped in his car. And somebody to the comment, somebody said, "Isn't it better in a car?" Um, Not when you chasing somebody that's on foot. You chasing somebody on foot. Okay, so all right, okay. So let's just say he he chased the guy on foot or whatever and everything. Okay, even still, okay, let's just say you chasing him or whatever, you try and catch up to him, whatever. You get out your car and then you chase him. You get close to him or whatever, and then you get out and you chase him. You don't try to hit him with your car. Like that's not right. That's not right. Like that's not right at all. So I do got some other pictures on here. So let me. All right. So I'm gonna move out the way so you guys can see. Uh, so that was him when he approached the crowd or whatever. So this is him after I guess he talked to them, and I'm gonna move out the way. After he talked to them, and I guess this is when he said, "All right, I'm gonna get the dogs or something like that or whatever. I'm gonna get the dogs on you," which like that's all right. So then let's see. This is him. Okay, yeah, this is him chasing the guy in the field. And this probably was like right before he hit him or whatever. This is the field area. And then that's another with him chasing the guy in the field area. What's this at? Uh, okay, so I think this one, get out the way. Okay, he might have been still chasing him at this on this one. It's one where he crashed into. And I don't think I got that one. Well, I had one that he crashed into the fence or whatever. Like this is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And I definitely hope that he get the time that he deserved because he didn't have to chase that boy in no police cruiser. He didn't have to do that. And I always be talking so much. I don't be getting my head done. But I hate to talk about this story. Like I definitely hate to talk about it. Like I told you guys, not exactly in a live or was a video probably. So I've been consuming a lot of the internet. So I've been seeing a lot that's going on. So I have a lot to talk about. But the next story I want to talk about is the police officer. I don't even know what state it was in actually. Um, but it was a wrongful arrest. Basically misusing the authority again. Again. Like you can't be in your feelings as a police officer. I know we all human, but you cannot be in your feelings. Like I get the end. This one first. Oh, my head feels so much better now. Mm. All right. All right, you guys. So my hair is all moisturized and sealed. And I'm finished talking about this news story that I seen. So I will be live again, hopefully Tuesday. We will be back to moisturize and seal my hair, and I have another story about a police officer. I'm not sure what state this story was in, but yeah, I have another story that I will be talking about a police officer. So thank you guys for being here. If you have not liked the live yet, please make sure that you like the live. Oh, oh, that's not what I want to do. Make sure you like the live, and I'll see you guys in the next one.